There we are. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Now, I dare say Bassman will be along in due course. Say hello to her ladyship. How was London? Um, yeah, these are questions to answer. In the meantime, what I'm doing is getting on with Batmobile, and it's getting to a very late stage of proceedings, which is good. So at the end of the day, and I've even gotten my modelling area in a bit of order. There's a scary notion, isn't it? Now, you all know the drill there, peeps. Oh yeah. Now, round we come. Now, something I'm probably going to get on today is this stuff. This is the stuff you use to replicate spark plug wire. There we have it. Now, you know what I forgot to do? Work out where the main coil goes to. Anyway, now, a couple of easy bits first. We will start with getting the crime computer into this little spot. Ooh, come off nice and easy. No, now, I'll hit most of the decals with some decal soften in a minute. Oh, there we go. That easy. Right, yeah, let's just pop the glue with the relevant posies, and then I'll give you a zoom in on that one. After that, we're putting wheels on, we are? Yes, we are. Where did I put? Here I put. Yeah. Don't know if I mentioned I gave my desk a pretty big old piece of. Oh, hello. And what's the line I'm looking for? Here we go. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you see? I think that's what it. One isn't it? Actually, it was pussycat, pussycat, where did you go? But either way, I think it's something like that. I seem to remember that from my childhood. There we go. Boom. So this is our not focusing properly. But yeah, it's the crime computer. Oh, yes, it is. There we go. You can see it needs a little bit of softener on it. Let's do quite a few of these decals actually. However, before I do that, I'm going to move that across here a wee bit. Yeah, right. Cool. Now, here. Now, is it just round ones? Let's see how easily they go on. Pretty easily. Now, they're also pretty loose. Do I want to glue them? There's the next salient point. Boom. Well, they're all very cooperative, I'll say that. So far, there. Don't know what's happening here. Might just want to. I see the issue. Parts just come a bit unglued. That's a bit orkies. Give me a moment. Just. That's. Oh, God. I don't want to push this too hard. Robert. Get in there. Trying to work out how it came out. Not that way. Oh, well, they'll get in now. What's happened here? I see what's happened here. Okay. Let's just fix this up. Yeah, I've had a bit of a frustration here, as you can see, just with this suspension mechanism. So that needs to sit there. Okay, let's just get the glue out. We'll get the wheels on later. It's not that hard. And then we have other things we can get onto. Now let's get this glue into operation, shall we? Then we need to reconnect in here and in there. It will stabilize. That's fine. Just be patient. Heaven forfend, eh? Now, next, we shall hit with a few things with some decal soften. Being, we can start with our, give me a bit of a zoom in. This is our rocket thruster, or whatever they call it. The thing at the back. That's the bottom line here. There we go. Hit that. Fire hydrant. Not fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. bat fire extinguisher. Now let's have a look at how they're getting there now. Good. That's actually not looking too shabby. I'll give you a quick zoom in. Boom. Now, some big ones. Now, some of these will need to be trimmed. Apparently, Bassman had the same experience. I'm guessing about the edge there. Yeah, definitely the edge there. So we'll get some scissors out. And we're trimming just there. Now, another issue I had is I want to get this up a bit. Unfortunately, this, for a change, is an unfortunate thing. These decals are quite strong on the whole. I did have one come up, but the actual piece itself is strong enough I could hold it in my hand. So you got to be pretty impressed with that. I certainly was. Now, what I'm looking for is here they are. Now, let's see if I can get the bit I want off. Maybe make here's two approaches to this. As I'm going to be using this anyway on a whole stack of stuff. All the way down there. Grab a, excuse my arm. There we go. All the way down. And what I'm hoping is that if I come around here, my other option is to paint it out, which I could do conceivably if I needed to. Let's see if with a bit of liquid on it we can get a bit more purchase going on this. No, I may need to paint this out, by which I mean correct it with paint. Well, they really are very strong decals. Okay, we'll just fix that up a little bit up with paint. That's okay. Okay, now, in the meantime, we'll do the other side. Here's a question for consideration. Okay, you're Bruce Wayne. You've decided that being a superhero and running around with your underpants on the outside, fighting villains, is your bag. You need a butler who's willing to turn a blind eye to the fact that you're running some sort of vigilante organization through your mansion. And you need to approach a young sidekick. How do you broach this topic of conversation? run. Almost there on this. Healing. Coming along. Now these back ones have been a bit rumpty. As you can see, they're not sitting ideally. Enough application of this stuff will fix that for us. And we are getting a bit of interference from this one. So that's going to help, I would think. Likewise here. Now, so, all right, and I should probably do the front as well, just for good measure. There we go. Boom. Now, I'll pop that up here for the time being. There's a couple of other bits to do. The bonnet. Other questions. The Batmobile needs a service. Where do you take it? These are questions I have. I'll put these back over here. Next. Now, I did want to, give me a moment. I believe they're in here. Come here, you. Open up, Dad. Ah, you're. Here we go. There we go. Our parachutes. I reckon we can get them in. And I'm not averse to the notion in the ocean. Do I? Oh dear. Of putting the oh. Ah. Okay. I still find it a curious thing. I mean, again, okay, Alfred's the loyal servant who, well, if this is what you want to do, sunshine, let's do this. Yeah. But then there's the faithful ward. What's the name of him when he's not Robin? It's Bruce Wayne, and you got to say, how dumb is the rest of the population? Have they not noticed that Bruce Wayne and his young ward, and then there's Batman and Robin? Have they not joined dots here? Now, yes. So, Dick Grayson, wasn't it, or something like that? His name is in Everyday Society, something like that. Oh, let's do this. Now, then we'll put the parachutes in. Actually, I should have checked to make sure how well they fit. Okay, yeah, let's do a bit of final action. Boom. Now let's see how we go. Oh, maybe it's the other way around, Rob. Would that be a thing? Not liking them. Oh, there we go. That's the wrong way around. I can tell. Tweezers. Some form of lever here. There we go. That's loose enough, I think. Actually, apparently not. Right. Okay, I see how I'm going to do it. And then we're going to, oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yes, I see why you would want them in first, but oh dear, what a pain in the ass. Okay. First things first. Glue. Oh, hey, John, how you doing? Quiet. There we go. All right. So that one in. Let that dry first, just for a little while. Now, other things we can consider are, I believe we need to put a few bits and bobs on here. Assembly sheets. Where? Here. Now. Okay. Well, I can put the steering wheel in. In fact, that'd probably be the time to do it, would be when it's out here. And the symbol. That inner. Oh no, I need to wait till that's vertical, but I can put the steering wheel in. And I can certainly put the fire extinguisher and other parts onto this, so we can get that done. Alright, let's do that. Oh, hey Sprue, how are you doing? Yeah, well, let's see how we go on that one, John. With a bit of luck, it will get you your mojo back. The moment I'm having, I've got some good stuff coming up very shortly today. Now, first things first. This, I believe, let's just check that part number 30. I believe is the one that goes into yes. Yes, it is. Jolly good. Let's do that. Now, the thing I'm looking forward to doing today is getting the spark plug wires in. So yeah, I've got the wiring for that. So yeah, it's the first time we've ever done anything like this. So I'm a bit chipper about it, a bit excited. Yeah, see, obviously it doesn't want to sit like that. See how it sits. I can feel that's not. I am not mute by golly. I am burned by headset. Nonetheless, here I am. And there you are. Alright, let's do it. Now what I'll possibly have a bit of a... Oh, that might be a convenient height for the occasion. It's not a... But what I can do... This is the air filter for the engine. I'll pop that on after I put the spark plug wires on, because some of them will have to roll underneath where that would perhaps extend to. Now if I can keep that there, that will make it nice and even, you see. That's my theory. It's just... It'll make it nice and easy for us to straighten that up once we've got it glued in. Alright, let's do that as well, shall we? So, a little bit of glue here. And I've forgotten which way round I should have this again. Never mind. I think it's that way. I'll work it out. Boom. There it is. Nice and easy. I've just made a howling error, I have. Never mind. Well, it's not a howling error, it's just going to make it a bit fiddly. Because I need to get this in. What I'll do, very easy, is fix this little scenario. Let us sprue cutters. This goes in foist, like that way, or the other way. Have to be the other way, wouldn't it? This way, that's better. And nice and stable straight away. You see, again, this is something I'm very keen on with this particular kit. It really does hold together very nicely. Now, let us get our fire extinguisher. Yeah, in fact, this is definitely the way to go about business on this one. And this will just sit in nice and easily there. Once the glue is applied. This will now do. And first, I'm getting a mouthful of coffee. Once I get this all on, I'll give you guys a zoom in. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. Now, next. Boom. Would have got a bit heavy-handed with the glue there, but hopefully we'll get away with that. There we go. So thus far, oh no, that's better. Well, that goes quite snug. Once it's all said and done. So yeah, there it is in position. And I might just reassert the glue here and get that handle back in. I probably don't need to. There we go. Now, you saw. There we have him. That's the whole bits and bobs there together. Vertical angle. And so there we go. Yeah, pretty happy with how that's looking. Next, where's our dashboard? You get over here. Next, after that, we're looking for this. The steering wheel. Bah, 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 bah. Now, this. I see how it goes in. We're definitely doing a bit of filing on this one first, because my exuberance with the paints has covered over a rather important spot, I would suggest. There we go. Now, next. There's a bit that extends out here, but I'm not entirely unsure. I think that's actually meant to be there. We'll find out soon enough, won't we, boys and girls? And actually, that's convenient angle that for it to sit at, as far as the intents and purposes of getting this in. So, 1, 2. We're doing well. We're doing well. Oop. Zoom in. Sorry about that, guys. Now, let's have a look. Make sure it all fits nicely. But that does need a lot more filing to get. I think there is a. Yeah, that needs a. Yeah, it's very paint clogged. That's what the issue here is. That's my own doing. But easily fixed. Let's see how we go this time. This may be another part that just isn't going to require gluing if I get it in right. Boom. That easy. Sweet. Which brings us to boom. There's our dashboard. All right, so that's it there. Coming along, kids. Next. What do I want to do next? Oh, did I put them on? We'll wait a little while. We'll do them and the wheels last. I'm talking about parachutes. And we can put the wheels on the now rubbing. Actually, here's something else you can maybe get done and dusted. It's getting very much now down to the proverbial click, click, click points, if you know what I'm saying, where it's just a question of putting it all together. And that's a bit good. Now, I see. Well, we can do that straight away. Part 6 and part 29. Basically, what I want to get done and dusted today, as much as possible, is all of these. I'm pretty sure this is the part I'm looking for. It is the part I'm looking for. All these little small bits of assembly, so that tomorrow or the day after, I can come in and just go bang, 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 bam, bam, bam. You get the idea. Now, what am I looking for? Part 6. Not part 6. This part 6. Now, that would be, should be in this box here. Unless not, here it is. I believe this is part 6. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? And hello, Basswoman. And that whilst I think too. There we go. Now, turn. I might as well cut this out. Cut that out. And boom, there we go. How you doing?
Hello, sir. I'm late to the party. Hope everyone's doing well.
Oh, I'm doing very well. I'm making good progress today. I'm getting lots of small stuff together so far. And once I've
I
gotten
found a
that
power
done,
thing turned out really nice.
well, I'll give you a couple of look-ins at what I've done. I've
All
gotten
right.
this part done. And yeah, pretty happy with how that's looking.
Yeah, that looks real nice.
I got my crime computer in position. Boom.
Nice.
I got the dash finished. So
Oh
it's
man,
all
that looks
starting
really
to
good.
happen. I
That
think
looks
you
really
already know
nice.
that I've got the engine bay done.
Nice.
So it's all starting to happen.
Well, you're nearing completion, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're nearing completion, aren't you?
Very close now. Now, I would have had the wheels on the undercarriage, but one of the suspensions had somehow sort of slipped out and needed to be re-glued. But I'm putting them on later on.
Okay.
And then we one of the things I'll be doing shortly is I'll be getting onto the electrical wires.
Right. You got all your decals done?
What I have is this stuff. One is to 25 spark plug wire.
All right. Did it come with a distributor cap?
This one's got the distributor. I'll be using this one here.
Oh, okay, that'll work. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the first time I'll have done it, so it's a bit of a live and learn experience. Now, where did I have I trimmed that out? Yes, I have. Where did it go? There it is. But it's also for me a bit of you never know if you never go.
That's it. That is
I
it.
did discover, however, in my search for these things, that Tamiya actually make hose pipe as well. So, in theory, if I chose to get it, not only could I do the electrical wires, where the pipe is, where you would put that, instead of using the actual part, you'd use the pipes they've got for that occasion. So yeah, that's something I have considered, but at the same time, there comes a certain point of settle pedal.
Yeah, the place I get my spark plug wires from, it comes with a water hose as well.
Yeah, right. And
Things
I've
like
got to say
angle
that
plugs.
it does certainly give the option of adding some pretty choice detail.
Oh, absolutely.
And what's more, I think we all know that whilst I say, settle pedal with the hose, yeah, it's going to happen next time I do a car. Why? Because I'm a shameless detail whore.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there is not. Someone's got to be it. I'm that person. Right, so now we've got that in. All pretty straightforward with that. Now, next. Yes, I believe it is that time, kids. Let's do this.
How was David's trip?
Well, David can tell you. I guess it's not really for me to tell you of his trip. Because he's on screen at the moment. I believe it was pleasant.
Oh, okay.
You would hope so. One doesn't go on journeys to have a bad day.
This is true.
No. Fuck's sake. I've somehow gotten two pieces of sprue interlocked here in a manner that is... is that how you did it? God damn, Kilogram. This is, you know how sometimes you get things and you think physics has no way of accounting for this. This is one, somehow that was like I had to maneuver things around all sorts of heinous ways. Now, what else do I have here that I need to get in? We're traveling well, boys and girls. Yes, we are. Real well on the time front. So now there's not that much more to do, as you say. Yes.
So how was your day yesterday, Rob?
Yesterday was good. I got a stack of shit done in, of all places, my laundry. And this may sound like a because again it was all part and parcel of that whole moving in and things getting a bit too much carnagey. Because of course the whole hip replacement thing.
Right.
And my laundry was carnage. Stalingrad looked better, I tell you. And but now there is order. All as it should be. And yeah, I had a generally productive day yesterday, and that's how I like them. Oh, here we go. David's giving his response. Managed to travel when the sun was shining. Only hit by heavy rain and storm at night. So I guess saw the places he wanted and took a few photos. So it sounds like he had a fairly pleasant trip.
Okay, nice. Thank you for that.
Now, all right. So let's have a look at this stuff. Okay, so you can just cut it like with normal scissors. There's nothing particularly special about it.
Oh, no.
Beautiful. Just measure it out and away you go. I guess initially cut, and if it's too long, you can trim it back rather than have it too short. One. Now, might even give it a bit of a ruck around to get it a bit more easily maneuverable. Lori won $2,000 with meet your now.
Is it one long roll or is it 8 different wires?
One long roll. Which is why it's a bit, could probably use a bit of loosening up and rucking around like that, if you follow me.
Yep.
As you can see, it's quite stiff, as the bishop said to the choir boy.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. I believe you may also have said something about our little secret and other phrases like that, but we'll leave that discussion there. So, about, oh, that's okay. Actually, that's probably better to have done that. I knocked out part of the air filter support, but that's okay. What I'm thinking is it may prove to be beneficial that that's happened. What I'm going to do is measure them out roughly and then just glue them along here, because of course they're going to have to dry before I can put them onto the distributor cap anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what I've done before. I've taken my little drill bit and drilled one hole in the center of the distributor cap. And then put my wires in there and drop a glue in top of it and let it sit and dry. Because I've tried putting them on top and gluing them before and it didn't work out too good.
Okay, give me a moment on that one. See, this is the ticket. This is the stuff I need to know. Now, I'll probably do this. Here we go. Let's see. I'll need my goggles for this. Now, these go for diameter. Now, if I take the smallest one, being that
Yeah, I use my. Okay.
There we go. He's giving his opinion on the matter. Now, goggles.
Yeah, I think it's trying to tell us how to do it.
And it must be said, sometimes the average canine can have no worse an idea than me do.
True.
Well, this one will most certainly work for the spark plugs there. Really?
Yeah, I use my smallest one to drill into the block for the wires, and I use my kind of larger one to drill the single hole into the distributor cap.
No, and you don't even need to go that far in, of course.
Yeah, just enough to the wire stick in there.
Yeah. All right, let's do this now. The reality is that may come out because, of course, that's a glued-in part. That's okay. I can deal with this. Hang on, man. What's this doing? Come on now. Settle down. You're going the wrong way. That's not in straight, Robster. What are you doing, boy? There we go. Now, now we're getting there. It's kind of cool that the actual dots I've painted here are thicker than the wire by the looks. It's going to be that the first one's going to be the trickiest one because, of course, that's where I'm going to be doing all my let's see how this rolls thing. But to give this one a crack. I am. Yes, I am. Because I reckon. Give me a moment. Yeah, next time I could always potentially see about tracking down those 8-pack ones that you're talking of. That would be an easier option because they're pre-trimmed to a certain size. Goggles on. Let's see if we can do this. Just like this.
I'll have my wife go to Amazon and look it up, and I'll give you the name up here in a few minutes.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
I think they're like $8 and some change, and you get the set of spark plug wires that's attached to a distributor cap and radiator hose.
That's what you want. Like the song says, this is what you want, this is what you get. This is what you want, this is what you get.
Wiki, 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 wiki.
Where's the first one in position, as far as at this end at least? I reckon I can do more of this. This is not hard.
And it adds a load of detail to it.
Certainly does. Let's just check out. Tweezers are what we require here, just to confirm length. Because I think the easiest way it will be that I'm seeing for me is to get the base in and then just, yeah, that's going to be long enough. And into there. And then once that dries, trim and glue, as it were. That's how I'm going to go about it. Because I reckon that'll roll quite nicely. So we'll do that to there. All right. Glue time. Once I've got one side on, I might give it a bit of a zoom in for the viewers. Yeah, I do like that actually.
All right, so at the end of the stream, I'll give you the information for the spark plug wires.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, even with just those two in.
Oh, yeah, look at there.
That
looks really good.
That's nice shit. Hang on. David suggested I would love Rochester on the weekends. It's disco and karaoke clubs. But apparently he didn't participate.
The karaoke might would have been okay, but I don't know about the disco dancing.
Here's a bit of linguistics for you with regards to disco dancing. Do you remember the song "I'm Too Sexy"? I was once put up to translating that into German.
No way.
Yeah. And when it comes to the lyric, ain't no way I'm disco dancing. In German is auf keinen Fall tanzig Disco. So if ever a German guy comes up and or woman were to suggest ask if you wish to disco dance, the correct response is auf keinen Fall tanzig Disco.
kind of disco.
With Tanz, think dance. Yeah. And auf keinen Fall is basically ain't no way.
I think that's the biggest part of learning a new language is remembering.
Well,
Just remembering
the
it.
hardest part about
You don't speak it a whole lot, so how do you go about remembering it?
Oh, you just have to. I'm not automatic with it. I'm not fluent, so straight away, it just you have to think about it, and then it when I speak it with other people who are speaking German, I'm quite halting. The only thing I can liken it to, I guess, is my German in conversation would be not too far removed from a person's English who's only just really immigrated, sort of a thing, if you follow me.
Yeah. Huh.
And English is a bitch of a language, it must be said.
English, absolutely.
And here's an interesting feature for you. I used to think that it was odd that languages assign gender to things, feminine, masculine, neuter.
I think Japanese is like that, isn't it?
Well, here's the thing.
Spanish is.
Pretty much universally, all languages do it. English is the anomaly. And David will appear to have gotten a cold to give away anytime anybody wants one.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Think I'll pass.
But yeah, English is the anomaly as far as the whole gender for various things goes. We're the odd one out. So go figure. The other, but you do still get those. All languages have little weird bits to them.
My son learned Japanese one time. He studied
fuck that. It's
several
hard.
Yeah. Yeah. We both kind of gave it up.
Look, Japanese, it's like Mandarin, it's got tones.
Yes.
And the moment you start doing that, my brain just starts going, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, look, I do actually want to try learn some of the Asian languages, just because they're different to the ones that you get in Europe, of course. But they are full on. I can actually count to 100 in Thai. Well,
really?
actually, strictly speaking, I can count to 999, but I can't remember what the word for 1,000 is. But yeah, what it is that when I was when my arthritis was in full kick, and my massage therapist would basically stand on my hip to try and loosen it up. She'd get me to count in Thai to distract me from the discomfort. And thus it is that I can confirm, certainly with the way it rolls, is Nung Song Sam Se Ha Jed Ba Gao Sib. 11 is Yi Sib. Song Sib Sam Sib. Onwards, when you get to 20, it's Yi Sib. Sam Sib is 30.
Just repetitive.
So it goes.
Yeah, just
But
repetitive.
yeah, it was a distraction tactic so as my mind would be off the pain. Worked.
That's all I can do to remember to count to 3 in Spanish.
Spanish would be very similar to the Latin. Uno, dos, tres.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Here's an interesting one for you about Latin, and I don't know if this would apply to Spanish. Okay, so we'll go just for the standard 1, 2, 3. Whether that is unos, una, or unum, as far as that's just one, depends on the gender. And that's why here we go, on the e pluribus unum, one neuter. So there you go. It's a thing of two, duus, dua, duum. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not straightforward shit, man. Why would you do that, eh? Why would you be straightforward with shit in a language?
I know, right?
On the other hand, the one thing I have grasped with pretty much all languages, consistency. They all have to be consistent.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So even if there's any consistency, it's part of a consistency. Once you understand that, you're halfway home.
Yep, that is true.
All right, there's 4 wires on there.
That red looked really good on there.
Now, once they've fully dried, I'll get them onto the, more accurately onto the distributor cap. But at the moment, as you can see, I've got a good length. I'll be able to get them all on.
Yep.
It should be a fairly straightforward op, relatively speaking. Now, we'll go this side. However, I reckon I'll want to let them dry good and solid on that. Because, yeah, pretty obvious reasons, I think.
Sweet.
Oh, hey, Jeff, how you doing? He was running the bullet trains and freight trains last night. I didn't see you were on, Jeff. I reckon YouTube had done something with the algorithm, because a lot of people who I'd expect to come up on my feeds aren't. So yeah, I do wonder what goes on with it. Now, where's the end of this gone to? Where's it hiding, eh? What's it doing?
So I'm not familiar with this. How actually does YouTube work like that?
It does. Because yeah, they seem to make modifications, and sometimes they're good ones and they work, and sometimes they don't. And, yeah. Where has the other end of this gone to? Is this getting frustrated? Oh, is that it here? Aha. There we have him. Now, oh, now. Bing, just a little. Now, let's just check our length. Boom. There's another Bishop Choir Boy line. Let's just check our length. Something just occurred to me. It's completely random. Well, it's not completely random. I'm wondering if I might be well served to put this onto here while this is off, and then put that onto. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that because I think that'll be easier to achieve rather than the other way around. That's just a thought. Now that goes in that way. Because that should. Because I was having a bit of a time with it when it was actually on the block. So we'll come back to that. Let's just get these wires finished. Easily distracted. Wait, this is if I'm going to put it the sentence in that way around, I need to do the voice properly. Easily distracted I am. There we go. That should do it. Why am I doing it there when I've put it on the these other wires? Dearie me, Robster. Making you life hard, boy. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
How's your time change doing for you?
Yeah, I'm good. I because I'm normally up fairly early anyway, it's not so hard, you know. And because I actually like being up early, I yeah, because I worked night shift for so long, I got well and truly over being up late and having bad sleeping patterns. And these days I go to bed early and I get up early, and I fucking love it because it's healthy. It's good for you. It's a funny thing.
Well, I try to get about 6 hours a night. If I get about 6 hours, I'm okay the next day.
Yeah, I'm much the same, but if I can, I like to get a goodly amount of sleep. Having done enough night shift that I've probably taken a few years off my life, it's these days I try to sort of see if I can put some back. But yeah.
Does it work like that?
Well, at least I can cease doing any more damage to it. And cease reducing my odds of any long-term extent of life. Now, the other side of the equation I have going for me is that this is funny, my grandparents were, when they were young, absolute party animals, and still managed to make it well into their 80s. My grandmother in that instance used to smoke 4 packs a day and made it to well into her 80s. So clearly body damage is less of an issue amongst my family. These have fallen down to the angle I don't want them at. Maybe I can do this a slightly tricky way of you just get onto, there we go, and up you come. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. That's an easy fix there. And you there. There you go. Up you go. Well, they're hanging pretty solidly, strangely. Well, not strangely, but happily. I probably don't need to get too stressy about the way they're hanging, if you know what I mean.
You're talking about spark plug wires, right?
Well, they do, but look at this. They're still staying there quite happily. They're just... In fact, there they all are on again, properly. Or as the angle I would like them to be at. And part of the reason they're dropping off is that this has fallen off. Next time, obviously, the trick will be do this first. Doesn't matter. It's not going to slow things down by a day or anything. It's just like a matter of minutes. It can probably be attended to on stream even today. We shall see. Now, once I've gotten this done, there's a couple of other things I want to get on. But at this point, and together, we're very much in the click, click, click point. Which is to say, and in fact, I have a cunning plan. Yes, I do. But first, let's get this finished. What I'm going to do, I would say that the glue on the suspension that came off would have dried by now. That being so, we should be able to get the wheels on and thus start on the cockpit.
Okay. How many decals you got left to put on?
I think it's 4 all up.
Okay.
And it won't take long. I just want to get the relevant bits in due course, or first the glass bits, the lights. That's the word. Lights.
Lights.
That's what they're called. Whoops, a daisy. Got a bit mucky there. There we go. And over you come. There you go. Toothpick. Is it maybe the same one? Whoops, a daisy. Whoop, that one's come out. Never mind. Delete. Yeah, these certainly supply the detail. Are fiddly, but let's face it, detail is. We'll get that one out of the way for a moment. Out you come.
Talking about our health a while ago. I've actually been quit smoking now for 2 years.
Yeah, nice. That's hard to do.
Well, again, it's all got to do with willpower.
ultimately,
Mind over matter. You set your
I
mind
used to
to
know a guy, and this will make you laugh darkly. He used to smoke 3 packs a day, I reckon.
that's about what I was smoking.
And um, when he contracted lung cancer, refused to believe the cigarettes had done it. Yeah. I believe the polite phrase for that is, you're a special kind of stupid, ain't you?
Well,
The
my mother
apparent,
passed of lung cancer.
yeah. Well, he believed that all of that was anti, all that anti-smoking talk was purely because they were owned by South Africans, you see. That was what he believed. Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll leave that discussion there. Because you see, it was because that was back when South Africa had apartheid. But again, really, that's your. Oh dear, these have not held as well as I'd like. But you know what? The engine's falling apart. But in a weird way, that may be advantageous. At least as far as getting the wires on well goes. If you follow me, or follow what I'm saying, because then I'm still going to need to get these to sit at the right angle and get the rocker cover back on. But then I can get these going nicely at the right angle and oh, they're all coming off. Okay, stay cool. Let's not get the shits on. Tempting. It's an option. Not a productive one. Now, you lot go over there. It's a bit frustrating. Now I've got a few decisions I can make. Well, now. Let's get this back on then. Because that actually did make it easier. Because it supplied a nice even surface for us. Which does fucking help. You get in there. Don't lie to me. There we go. Right. I've been looking at helicopters.
Okay.
They're actually not that easy to find. They seem to be more in the minority of collectors of manufacturers' collections, if you know what I'm saying. To me, it don't make any
Really?
really.
How about?
Um,
I would never thought that.
I would have. They were actually my first port of call when I was looking at one.
Huh.
Didn't have any. Airfix has a few. Biggest scale 148. Academy has a few. Yeah.
Are you looking at like a Tamiya one? Are you uh looking for a certain type brand?
Brand is less important so long as it's quality, if you follow me.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, my take on brands has become one of now. What I'm in two minds here. Do I put my rocker cover back on and then return to the whatchamacallits wires, or do I put the wires on then the rocker cover? Either or. It's going to take a little of time. I think I'm going to put the rocker cover back.
Yeah, because I've had issues with that before. Because sometimes you cut your wires too short, and then it's tight, and you pull your wires out.
Yeah, at least because then I'll know how far I got to go.
Yep.
Now I've got those other ones there. They're already cut. I can put them back on after. So it's all good in the hood. So we'll slide them over to there because I can still use them. Goggles off. Now. So knock that over that way. Come on. What are you doing to me? Cool. Where's the love, eh? Yeah, I did a bit of marketing research yesterday as well. And it had me posing a very important question that I really hadn't answered. Who am I pitching it to? And then they gave the broad groups who'd be interested in my sort of service. You think, yeah, well, do I want to pitch to all of them? Because that's generally not actually the way you want to go about it. It's not necessarily a good way to go about business. You can't be all things to all people.
This is true.
Or you can, but good luck with that. In my experience, it doesn't work out well.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah. One thing I am going to do, because I think I told you that I'm going to be volunteering at the safari park that I went to the other day.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
My plan, whilst I'm doing it because I'm going to really enjoy it anyway, I think it's all very cool. I've wanted to volunteer at the zoo for a long time. But
Yeah,
they have a hotel up there. And what I'm thinking is once I know who to talk to and all the rest of it, I can maybe suggest to them, have you considered putting out Tai Chi classes for visitors?
Yeah,
And
pretty cool.
I would say there's a percentage chance that unless they've already got somebody in that as a volunteer and life member, I'm well and truly onto the front foot. So that might work for me. If it did, oh lordy, that's just too good.
Be pretty grand.
Be pretty damn fine, I tell you. Right, now we'll let that dry into position. So our engine's coming along again. That's what I'm going to make sure is absolutely completed tomorrow. I reckon the engine, because there's not much to it as far as finishing it off. Now, what I also want to do as part of that is this. Get this sorted. Now, semicircle goes that way. Flat part there, flat part there. Rubbing. Not quite getting the angle on this. I think that's the issue. Well, ayo. Now, so it's got to go there. And
Talking about quitting smoking. I never knew how bad they smelled until you get it out of your system and you go somewhere.
Oh yeah,
It's horrific.
it's not a it's not a great aroma. It's I mean, I can deal with it pretty easily because I worked in that environment for so long as when I was a bouncer, you know. Um,
Oh, good Lord. And smelling weed.
uh,
When we went uptown yesterday, we were going to the Halloween store, Spirit of Halloween, and
oh yeah,
it was,
God, it's
I
that
don't
time
know
of year
who it,
already, isn't it?
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, you were saying.
And just as, I mean, people have gotten so freely about smoking weed now, it's crazy.
Apparently, that's the deal in Thailand too these days. Because what they did was they made it such that you could get medical marijuana. Excellent idea because apparently it is. In fact, I used it when I was with my arthritis. It was great,
Yeah, that's what I hear about that. Absolutely.
and that was the premise that the Thai law was that the Thai government allowed legal marijuana under. What they should have considered was the wording of the legislation, and this is what they failed to do. End result, there's now a whole stack of um, basically, all long and short of it, Bangkok has become the Amsterdam of the Southern Hemisphere. Um, and I mean, as I've said to other people, what people needed more reason to go to Bangkok. If they didn't have one before, if they didn't have tourist industry before, they're certainly going to have it now. And yeah, that's pretty much the deal. Some of the names of the shops are hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This thing is, oh, for fuck's sake. Now my entire thing is falling apart. Cunties. Upset. Stay cool, big boy. Where's that supposed to land? You know what I might do? Okay, let's have a look at this. That's come off, has it? But that's stable. I'm going to go do something a bit random here. And I'm actually going to put the wheel on first and then come in with tweezers because this is starting to become a fist fuck. I believe that's the technical term here. Fist fuck. Actually, it's not that bad. Okay, let's stay cool. Let us first, gently now, before you go on a killing spree. Okay, we can do this. It's a bit annoying to have to do it. It's okay. That's okay. I actually reckon I might even be able to get the wheels on as soon as I've got this glued into position. I'm probably going to give that some consideration. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
We don't want you going on a killing spree.
Oh, but it's been so long. Ooh, but I've said too much. Actually, I don't know if you're aware, but the city I live in, once, I don't know if it still does, but it held the dubious distinction of being the psycho murder capital killing of the world.
What the world?
Yeah, it goes like this. Now, hang on a moment. Where'd it go? Oh, fuck's sake. Long and the short of it, whilst I'm looking for this part, which I suspect may actually be on me, as a general rule of thumb, when a murder is committed, it's usually by someone who people know. So much so that the first port of call most cops look at is the partner.
Yep.
That's just how it rolls. It's a bit disturbing and a bit fucked up, but these are facts. Now, I've lost a bloody piece of suspension. This is suboptimal. Anyway, over here, however, in Adelaide, and we've had a few serial killers, and statistically, more than our per capita would be for the norm. And some of the serial killers are downright disturbing, as you'd expect. I mean, let's face it, they're serial killers. They're not exactly nice guys. Now, the question I have, I can still get this to work without the suspension, but I don't want to do that. What I will do, though, in the meantime.
So there's a channel over here called Oxygen, and it's all about murders and crime. And
Yep.
my wife actually watches it every night, and that's what she goes to sleep watching.
Well, okay.
I told my son, if I ever disappear, I said, "Oh, be nice to your mama, because I'm in the backyard somewhere."
Well, over here in Adelaide, something that was a thing that actually was occurring was, or the two things that probably put us right, in fact, three things that put us on the map. One was a thing called the family killings. And what that was fundamentally teenage lads were disappearing and winding up dead in the hills with disturbing sexual things having been done to them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And there was all sorts of suggestions that people of influence were involved and da-da-da-da-da. And as to how much of that is conspiracy theory bullshit, that's a whole nother story. But one guy did get some heat for it in the final analysis, but there was a lot more people involved. That's known. It has to be the case. But yeah, that got us on the map. Then there was the Truro killings.
Oh, dang it.
Some dude took out 7 women, I think it was. Because, well, he's a serial killer. Then there was the Snowtown killings. And so it goes. So we've got a few going on. The Snowtown killings involved some dudes killing people for what were fundamentally their welfare checks. But it became quite a thing, and they basically chopped up the bodies and put them in a barrel, or in barrels in a bank. So yeah. these sorts of things were becoming quite frequent in Adelaide. Unsurprisingly, this is why we got rated as the serial killer or the psycho killer capital of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can say is wow.
Here's an amusing line of thought for you. I used to train with a guy who'd come from LA. And I was chatting to him one day. I said, "Oh, LA must seem pretty tame in comparison to LA. You certainly have a lot less violence." He said, "Now it's funny you should say that." I said, "Yeah, why's that?" He said, "Because when I told people in LA that I was moving to Adelaide, they said, 'You watch out. They've got some motherfuckers down there.'" And yeah, apparently they'd heard about the perils of this city. So yeah, it is a thing.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's full on. The yeah, don't know what to tell you, but yes. Trying to think if there's any. Then there was the Beaumont children who just disappeared. Two sisters and the son disappeared in 1963 and never seen again.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to sunny Adelaide.
Things that make you go,
Oh yeah, yeah. We got a lot of them in our fair city. Well, the seats are in.
We've been having a lot of school shootings around here, church shootings.
Yeah, I find that a bit scary, to say the least. Yeah. You'd like to think you could go to school or church without being concerned about getting a bullet in the brain.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what the hell's going on, Earl.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of fucked up
Luckily,
stuff going on in the world, sadly.
luckily, we live in an area where you can actually go to bed at night and don't have to worry about locking your door.
Actually, there's one that, because I do a bit of study of just general criminology, I find it interesting. And on the topic of locking your door, I saw a doco about Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and they were saying it was a really hot summer, but nobody was leaving their windows or doors unlocked. And you think that's pretty fucked up.
It is. It really is. I mean,
But
I got
then,
this big dog in the house, and he's part German Shepherd and part Labrador. And just the look on his face is very intimidating. But just the fact remains, it makes you feel so much at ease at night when you can, you get up next morning and go like, damn, I didn't lock the door.
yeah.
You don't have to worry
Here's
about it.
here's an amusing. I used to have a German Shepherd Labrador cross, and
Shepherdor, what they're called, Shepherdors.
okay. Anyway, he was a lovely dog, but he was trained and suitably encouraged. He could certainly have no qualms, and wouldn't. And on one occasion, I'd been rumbled by some of the neighbourhood kids. My mum's come out with the dog because they've still got my ball, and there we go. So that's how they sit. Okay. And when Mum's come out with the dog, she's eventually got him to get. She's called out, right? Now give us the ball, and they've kicked it back, and they've started giving the shit. And Mum said, "Skitch him," which is normally the thing that dogs respond to. Except what, and he didn't, and they started laughing. And then Mum's remembered what Schizo, that was his nickname, used to respond to was sick 'em.
You need a basket for your bits and bobs.
And she's gone, oh, of course. You've gone sick 'em. Oh, my lordy. He's gone ballistic at him, gone hammering after him. And came back a while later. Bit of jean cloth in his mouth. We asked no questions.
So
Didn't get hassled again.
I bet not. The thing that makes me so mad is I've trained my dog. He does not leave the yard. He won't go do his business in somebody else's yard. He won't leave the yard. I can let him outside. You know, when he gets ready to go out, he lets us know. We let him out. And it pisses me off because everybody else's dogs in the neighborhood because always in my yard.
You see, that's the thing. It's a question of responsibility to train your dog. These are facts, you know? And a lot of people don't seem to get that.
They don't. I spent a month with my dog on a leash, walking him around the yard, you know, teaching him where his boundaries were.
Well, that was, I mean, the whole thing of training your dog, that was something that an ex I had was pretty militant on. You got a dog, you trained it. And I'm going to say, yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you wind up with, and you see it around town, man. Dudes who got no idea to handle dogs with these big fucking animals that will be able to drag them along, and all they're going to be going is saying, you know?
Yeah. If you walk your dog on a leash and he's pulling you, you've not done what you're supposed to do with him.
Correct. It's not that hard. Okay. On the topic of not that hard, why is this one now not going in? In you go. Come on in. You want to go into your home. There we go. Right. So we got them in.
Oh, yeah. Looking good.
Now, next. What I actually want to do next is find that bit of suspension, ideally, and then put that in. I also want to let a few things dry. Let's see, what else? Can I go about this a different way? Yeah, I might be able to. Oh, no, I'll do that properly. Let me think. What else? Let's see what else I can get onto here. I want to get as much done as I can. Well, actually, there's nothing to stop me from where they go. Here we go. I can put these in, I reckon.
What'd you do with it?
Do with what?
Ah.
Like a roll bar, don't it?
Now they go in which angle? Ah, I see. Maybe I see. No, I don't see. It would have to be at that angle. These come out. There we go. Hey, almost popped that. Might just reseal that with a bit of. I'm gonna be good. Anyway, that's in.
Yeah,
Now, next, I guess we can consider this, which will go around that way and goes on. Might just bore those holes. Yeah, they are a bit okay. It's probably a part of an issue, but we are getting places for sure. Yeah.
my wife has learned how to crochet, and she's making all kinds of little bits and bobs, I guess you could say.
Okay. Crocheting's interesting.
She
But I
made this.
actually want to learn. I actually want to learn proper knitting.
I don't understand knitting. Crocheting, you got the hook on the end of your needle, but knitting, I don't understand how that works.
Well, neither do I. But it's something that both my grandmother and mother were very good at. And the reason I'm kind of interested in it is because, well, just because it is a dying art form, really.
It is.
That's the reality. Oh, Jesus. I'm a bit concerned about something here. Where's that little crack coming from? There. Can I get to that from the inside? Yes, I can. It's a bit loose on a couple of spots here, so I'm going to tidy that up.
I got several blankets and things my mother made.
Well,
House.
here's a line of thought for you. Back in the day, do you know what I mean by an Aran jumper?
An Aaron jumper.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The Aran jumpers are those really heavily patterned jumpers, very thick ones you see North
Oh.
Sea fishermen wearing.
Right, got you. Now I know what you're talking about.
And back in the day, they were actually made by the fishermen themselves. These big manly men would be out on the boats and they'd be knitting their jumpers.
Huh.
Now,
Yeah.
fun fact about the Aran jumpers, yeah, it's going to be better, is that each village had a separate Aran, a separate pattern. The idea being that if someone was either a bit unaware, knocked senseless or whatever, and didn't know where they were from, or just found a body, they'd know where to return it to.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Because, of course, in the final analysis, that was very much on the cards. So what they did to address that was for each village to have its own unique pattern. Now, There we go. We are definitely starting to get places now. All right. Now, what else can I get onto? Now this, well, hopefully on this occasion, like that, but that's still drying there. So we'll worry about that later. Oh, wow. That crime computer sitting in position like that without me even gluing it. Huh. But I will glue it. That's still coming up where it shouldn't. We'll fix that. I think I'll fix that, and then I'm going to wind the stream up, because I think a few things need to settle and dry and such like, and so forth. Although I have gotten a good amount done today, and I'm pretty happy with that. Now, let me just get and if I can find that bit of suspension, which I'm quietly confident I will put that in today, get that suspension nice and pretty, and then in due course I will have the wheels on, and oh wow, it's not impossible. If I can get the suspension done, ooh.
Getting down to the nitty gritty, huh?
If I get the suspension done, it's not impossible that this will be done tomorrow or the day after.
Cool.
And depending on factors X, Y, and Z, I will actually see about getting a bit more work done today, so that I can I may even see about getting the wires on and stuff like that, or at least half on, so I can finish the job tomorrow. But I would like to see very seriously about getting all of this done and dusted tomorrow or the day after. That's my plan.
That'd be Corsair time, right?
It would be, mate. It would be. In the meantime, that is me done for today. What have you been working on, Bassman? You still on the pickup truck? I'll give you a zoom in.
It went from silver to black.
Ah.
I got the.
You had a silver truck and then you painted black.
And then
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
So I got the firewall in today.
That's looking very squish.
On the bottom, chromed out over the windshield. Nice. Windows put in it.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the silver, so I went back and stripped it again and painted it black. But it's got a nice sheen.
There's never any harm in redoing a job if you're not happy with it now, is there?
Yeah, I know, right? There's the hood with the camo on the hood.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet when I get done with it.
Nice one.
And what you got done today?
What I got done today, all sorts of things. I'm just going to grab that from the bottom. We're starting to get our exterior looking as it should. Starting to look like a Batmobile.
Still got it on me, Rob.
The seats are now in posi.
I can't see.
We had a few faffabouts with the engine, but we'll get them done. So I wouldn't mind getting those wires on today so as I can finish them off tomorrow. We've got this part of the interior done.
JC, Rob,
Yo.
gotta switch back over.
Oh, dearie me, governor. Blind as a bat. Let's start again. Now, yeah, here we go. Here's our hull. So it's starting to look the goods.
Oh yeah, man, that's looking nice.
Um,
So
this part
overall,
of
how
the
did the decals work out for you?
Pardon?
Overall, how did the decals work out for you?
Overall, not too horrible.
Great.
So there's that part of the interior.
Nice.
The engine, like I said, is going to need a bit of work. We have our seats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that really
And,
good on there, the way you outlined it.
you already seen that. We got the dashboard done.
Oh yeah, your dash looks really, really good.
Pretty happy with how that's come up.
Yeah, it all looks real.
What else did I get done today? Not much, really. But I've got a whole stack of little stuff done. And this is the stuff that will make it so easy to go click, click, click tomorrow. Now, give me a moment. This part here is still coming up a bit. Why? Why are you putting bone up my ass? Without giving me the benefit of reach around. Yeah, you know the line.
Smack it till it's red.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, that's not quite sitting right. I need to adjust that later. Now it's not the time, Kato. I see what I need to do. Alright, anyway. At the end of the day, zooming out. That's me done for the day.
Nicely done.
Here we go. Hang on. Dave was mentioning something about he used to know somebody who did when she did. There was someone who he used to watch do crocheting. A short stream would be 3 hours. Could be as long as 12.
Whoa.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, hell no.
Man,
That's
there's
like
a lot to crochet and what she's learning.
That's what that is, dear Lord. Anyway, that's me done for today. First time viewers, you know what we are about to suggest here. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And follow, like, or subscribe. Which brings us to tomorrow. Our pleasure, David. And
Thank you, Doug.
we will be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. I'll catch you good people then. See yous.